There's no audio. Yeah, Hi, Pizza Racer. Hello, Gary. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. And thanks for the tech support. I kind of have an idea of why that happened. Basically, I just updated my computer to uh to Windows 11. Okay. Let's try not to waste more time than I need to. Let's go here. Good luck on 2000 bullet, Gary. You got this. What's up, Eskia? Hello, Waffle. I want to go here. I'm worried about this. Should I be? We're going for it. Full send. I probably should have calculated a little bit more. This was my idea. I think I was happy with this. What time is Arena Kings? It should be noon Eastern. So 11 a.m. Central Time where I am. What do you get for joining my team, Physic? That's a great question. You get a free smile from me. You make me happy. But you might get that for free anyways. So just keep that in mind. I don't actually want to go into a bishop versus knight endgame. This knight is much better than this bishop. So if he goes back, for example, knight here looks tempting to go after these pawns. But takes, and I think that's a good endgame for black. You're down 6-man, thank you. Awesome. Exclamation point club. Just make sure you're in the club. And then you can join my team. All right, so definitely expecting. I guess the bishop doesn't have to move. You're in the club. Let's go. Huge. You love to see me smile. However, the smiles don't pay the rent. Yeah, I would never claim to pay anyone's rent for joining my arena or the Arena Kings tomorrow. But there's a lot of people out there that they enjoy playing chess and maybe they like to be part of the team and maybe even on stream. I'll be watching some of the games, I'm sure. You got one last week, Gary. That's huge. The old Long Castle mate. I saw that as a tactic puzzle on Instagram the other day. They're like mate in one, and it was Longside Castle. So that's cool. I do have to play Rainy Kings, but I will still be interested in how the team is doing. Wow, I cannot believe how long this player is thinking for this move. This is a very long think here in a pretty dead even end game. You'll sleep over it. Physics sounds good, and I hope you sleep well. Yeah, this position's pretty dry. He might be cooking. Yeah, who knows? He could be consulting Aryan Tari. Surely he had his permission to use his profile picture, so they might be friends. Yo, Ubby with the subby, let's go, dude. It's been a bit. It's been 78 months. You mad lad. Hope you've been well. What's up, Wonderful? Alright, it is my turn now officially. Why don't I take this? Am I crazy? How do you think that long and then you give me a free pawn? What am I missing? I could take and take, but that seems pretty bad. I think we just take this. You've been good, very good. You use it anyways, Gary? That's risky, dude. He could come after you. Oh, Gary, I didn't even read your subscription message. A barber from across the street here just got arrested for selling drugs. That shocked me. I've been his customer for 7 years and never knew he was a barber. Yeah, that can be a surprise. I'm gonna go here. Oh, he's gonna take this pawn. I guess I'll take this. I like having outside pass pawns. He can't go here now. He could still go here. I guess I'll defend this pawn. What's up, Matt? Shout out to Matt. And Matt's like gonna be higher rated than me in like less than by the end of this year, if not sooner. Matt is on a meteoric rise to the top. He's gonna go here next. I think king here is gonna be solid for me. Here's just gonna blunder a fork, so this is typically a good spot to be in. Obviously, I could kick the knight away. Um, that might be the move. He's gonna go king here or knight here probably. So pawn push here, 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 here. He has a check. Um, yeah, I think I'll just do this. This should be fine. We'll see. You doubt it, Gary? That's a good point. Man is busy. So I could actually bait the pawns and get the king here and try to keep pushing. Actually, I could go here, and if he takes, it is with check. He can come back, presumably without check. And if I push here, the beauty is we're boxing his king out. So push. He like pretty much has to go here basically. Or I guess he can come back is the other idea. So push, I'm trying to bait him. Takes with check. Assume he comes back. I go here now, and I'm just queening. Wait, no, he can go here then. So I don't want to give up this pawn with check because he can come back. If he gets baited by the other pawn, then it's bad. So I think I'm just gonna save the pawn for now. And I'll go here next, assuming this. Basically. Self-employment counts. That's right, Abby, you tell him. Dude, I don't know how to call you out on TikTok. You said that would reduce his tempo. Your username is literally a basketball. So I guess we're going here. So you give them a check. Here isn't so bad, I don't think. Oh, I didn't give them a perpetual, did I? Actually, I might have. I might have just given them a perpetual. It's so hard to interact. They're all so ruthless. Yeah, I don't worry about it too much because most of the time I ignore them. I barely read if I'm being honest with you, man. No, this is kind of interesting. Okay, let's see if they go for this pawn. Honestly, I sort of missed it. They might check me again. Okay. So I need to. That kind of is annoying, I'll be honest. Where do I want to check him? Here or here? Maybe we'll check him here. I'm investing all of my eggs in one basket. And this is the egg and this is the basket. So let's see if that works out for us. Was pawn push bad? I think it'd be very difficult to continue pushing the pawn if I pushed it earlier. I think giving this check was really important and keeping the pawn guarding the square because now I get the pawn push with check, and if the king tries to stop the pawn, I have another check. Before we can get the control of A8 is the problem. So I mean, I'm just gonna go up. Where does this? The knight needs to get to one of these two squares, which is gonna take a while, which is potentially a problem. This pawn's obviously hanging, which isn't great, but uh, what are we thinking? King up. No, I need to get to one of these two squares, which means I need to go like this is so annoying because when the knight takes here, he's defending this. And I can't really go here. So oh my god, I have no time. We're gonna put the king here. And we're just gonna hope and pray, basically. Hope and pray. Yep. He can check me here, which is really annoying. I want my knight here, basically. Well, this pawn is hanging at least. Problem is he can check me here. Like, I want the king here, but I'm checkable. That's the problem. Oh, I guess this pawn is falling. Maybe I can just drop the a pawn and just win on the other side of the board, depending where he goes. But like here, this is a huge threat. So he needs to make sure he can check me from here. Oh, I think he just... Oh, wait, hold on. I see what he's saying. I'm just gonna flag, probably. This is really annoying. I think he just blundered. I'm gonna pre-move this. Basically. What's up, Cloudy? We should be emailing team captains this week. Appreciate the patience. I think, yeah, this pawn push was a big blunder. Now he can't check me. He had to bring his king back, basically. Look at that, mate. A little lucky there. He tried to flag me, I think, and just got a little careless. But this is a sort of intense position here. Okay, so I was winning and I botched it. Maybe a few times. Thank you, Ubby and Waffle and Six Man. Thank you, Matt. All right, let's look at our opening. The C3 Sicilian, the Alpen. I'm sure there are places I could improve a bit more here. Here it just says G4. I didn't like letting them trade and giving me double isolated B pawns. So I just traded queens, which I don't normally like to do, but I didn't want to bring the queen back in that instance. So yeah, I should have played G4. With the queens off, the weakness isn't so bad. And this allows for bishop takes c3, which is exactly what I was worried about. Even bishop takes e2 is good for black. So I shouldn't really have allowed for this. And we even saw like the position got pretty boring. I mean, we traded in here. I was just saying like this is a dead equal position. I mean, the pawn structure is identical, essentially. This bishop isn't so great because it's on the same color as these pawns. And there you could see they're putting all their pawns on light squares. So they didn't like I guess this bishop was attacking that pawn. Now I get to develop the knight with the tempo on the bishop, and here they spent so much time and they played a bad move, which is ridiculous. Like they should just bring the bishop back. So that was really weird. So this was just, you know, free pawn into the endgame. And here, okay, knight d3 I missed. Just holding on to both pawns. But I think this is still good. I definitely misplayed this somewhere along the line. So where did I mess things up? Right here. Only move is king d3. Only winning move. And I actually saw this idea, but in a different my idea was if this, I was gonna go here. But this is still a draw, apparently, because he's gonna win this pawn, and I'm not going to be able to make enough progress the other way. But if I go here, now it's winning because what if he goes after this pawn? I just play like okay. I can box him out now, and then I'm getting behind and winning. But in the other line, my king is too far away. I can't box him out the same. He gets to b6. So I can't give him this check, these checks. I should go to d3 here. This is a nice move. If he goes here, then I have this defending that. And I don't know. If he goes here, g4, knight here, that's a fork. So yeah, I'm making big progress. His king's going to be over here, and I'm still going to be up a pawn. Big difference when you give them a check. So I blundered it here, basically. And yeah, here they blundered back. So here I have to put the knight back to c5, which is kind of funny. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. I guess it makes sense. We're going after the e pawn is really weak now. So whoops. I give a check. This is still winning. It says put the knight back on d3 and it's winning. So that's kind of funny. I play here and it's not good anymore. So, okay, here is bad. So he needs to go a8 immediately. That makes a lot of sense because this check forces him to a8. So why give me the tempo, right? So now it's losing for him again. Now here, wow, f5 is so smart. This is the only winning move. This is a move that needs to be ingrained in my mind and remembered. Yeah, no, this is like instant pass pawn. Just game-winning tactic. Very nice find here. Creating the pawn cube. A simple idea, really. We're playing e6, either move next. So if you take, I'm passing through. And if you don't take, well, I'm taking. So, okay. Yeah, missed that idea. I play here, of course, and now it's back to even, to draw. And yeah, this was a nice attempt here. Here, and the only, well, there's two moves. So you can go knight g5 or knight f4. I knew the knight had to come back. I didn't think this was a draw, but I guess it is. Here. Oh, they have knight e6. It just guards the check. Okay. At knight here, there's this check. I thought this check was really important. I definitely saw they could come back, but of course they push, and now it's blundered mate. So there's two winning moves, knight e6 or knight e8, which essentially doesn't matter so much. They're both threatening knight c7. I went here because it's the more active square. And you're taking away this knight move, I guess, as opposed to knight e8. So, and what's interesting is even though they're both winning, knight e6 is mate in 6, knight e8 is mate in 11. So this is 5 moves faster apparently. Because knight e8, I guess it's saying king b8, a7 check. I don't know. It's important for the knight to be here. Now, oh, I should just play a7 first, and then this is mate next. That's also very pretty. But this is mate in 5, which I basically had pre-moved out. So, nice little mating pattern there. You miss that idea all the time, Matt. Yeah, you know, if you miss it enough times, then you'll remember it eventually, I'd like to say. What's up, Lorena? How's it going? Are you going to play Arena Kings tomorrow? No pressure, but you're more than welcome to join our team Or you could find out another streamer that's going to be playing and join their team. You don't get to the end game, Gary. You got to work on that, I guess. You don't remember what Arena Kings is? They've changed it uh, a while ago, I guess. But basically, it's the first Wednesday of the month. So happy Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday for anyone that celebrated. But tomorrow is the first Wednesday of the month, so that means it's going to be Arena Kings. And the Arena Kings format is now a multi-club arena. You need in-game help, Matt? Well, clearly I do too, but it's really cool to review the game after and see these tactics pointed out to you by the engine so that now I'm like, okay, I remember that now. So that pawn push was really weak. I needed to attack that pawn with the knight pretty quickly, like immediately. And then the other idea is I could just sack my pawn to create a pass pawn. Well, no, I love tacos. I mean, I love Mexican food. So any Tuesday is a good excuse to get tacos. But I mean, when Cinco de Mayo is also Taco Tuesday, I mean, twist my arm, I guess. Um, okay, I'm actually gonna take this. It's the thing you make the most, tacos. Jealous. All right, we're gonna go here with the tempo, I guess. Uh, let's go here. I guess I could play c5. I'm gonna drop my b pawn. Pushing here, I'd have to take with the bishop, which would leave the c pawn isolated. But that would probably be okay, actually, if I'm being honest. I could also just develop the bishop. But where to put the bishop? Just go here. Rely on Mexican food? All right, so now I do think b4 is a good move. We're just gonna do it. Do I take with the bishop or the queen? Probably the queen, I guess. My idea is to push for c5. So we're definitely playing here. The attack is on the knight. Probably I should not pre-move that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so here this is definitely what I want to do. Definitely taking that. This pawn is pretty weak. It's attacked twice. I have control over this. I think I'm just gonna take this. Um, and I mean, I'm attacking this pawn now. So here's offering a queen trade, obviously. So I think I trade queens, and then I think I'm gonna take this pawn next. What else could I consider? I could consider keeping the queen on, but I think I'm just gonna go in the end game. Up a pawn. I think I take with the knight. And the other option is with the bishop, but I don't think that's as good. I like attacking this bishop. They have the bishop pair. I don't have a light square bishop, so I think I would take that if they allow me to. I think we're both playing a little quickly. Okay, pressure here. I want to contest the file, I think. I don't want them to have free control over that. Thank you for the positive vibes. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go here. We're gonna try to trade things. We are up a pawn after all. Knight to e4 at some point is gonna be a move. I have two knights that could go there. This knight's pinned, so I would go like this. They might stop me, but that would be a pretty weak move. Okay, now this is actually really good for me because we're threatening this fork and this bishop. So they're probably going to trade, which is going to help me develop here, to be completely honest. And then we're going to trade this, make a pass pawn. Okay, he's just giving me this pawn for free. So I'm very happy with that. I thought they were going to push the pawn to save it and also defend here. There, and of course, these are both hit. I can save them both. This is probably pretty bad. I also have a check, and I could play here, but I think this is probably the better move. Pushing doesn't make sense. So we'll go here. Now we're able to get the knight in, defended by the bishop, and the knight hits the bishop, and it guards b3 actually. And the bishop guards this square too. Actually, the knight defends these two pieces will completely guard the pawn's path home. The problem though is if the pawn gets here, for example, they have knight takes, bishop takes, and then my knight falls. So we're not entirely ready, I don't think. But this is kind of an interesting move. What else could I be considering? I could just leave all of this as is and just bring the king in or something. Let's see. Thinking about pushing these pawns. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do I want to do? This pawn push might be interesting. I'm gonna make space for my king, I guess. When did I improve the most? I think like the first few years I started playing. I actually I improved a lot, like yeah, just in general, like through college, essentially. And like the end of college, I guess. Okay, can I push here now? Or maybe knight here is interesting. Just pressure here. So they bring the king back, or they push the pawn. But yeah, if they push, I still have this check, so... Okay, now they'll push. I don't really have a plan, I'll be honest with you guys. I figured I'd go like knight here. I should be winning a piece. What's weird though is they have like king here, check, take, then like king here or something. Maybe I go here actually. Oh, I give them that tactic again. I was gonna take here though. No, this is getting too tricky for me now. Yeah, this move's really annoying, huh? I'm just gonna leave them. Like, I mean, yeah, you can't go there because okay. You wanna go here, huh? Oh, you wanna go here actually. It's a little upsetting, but okay. Oh, you wanna take that with check. Alright. Them taking with check is not a problem because they're gonna have two pieces hanging. So here's very interesting. So I'm pretty sure I should be winning their bishop. Now the trick is to make sure my pieces don't get forked. What's up, Megan? Are you you might be watching the wrong channel. Yeah, I don't do Jers Day. Okay, hold on. Um, this pawn's clearly under threat. I think I just trade it, if I'm being honest with you all. So now I think I need to save my knight. I'm gonna go, maybe I go here. No, this is pretty stupid. I'm gonna go here. This might also be stupid, but the idea is that my bishop isn't getting hung, which I think is important. Just gonna go here. I give them a check. The important thing is I don't step on a landmine here, which could happen. These pieces are just so awkward. So knight here's a fork, but I'm gonna check him and see what happens. This is getting a little awkward. The knight bishop checkmate, Jerome. That might be crazy. So if here I have this check, saving everything. I thought he was gonna go here, but now I don't know. If he goes after the pawn, I push twice. If he goes after the knight, I have surely some more checks. But where? This guy's being annoying. We're gonna just attack the pawn. We're gonna let him take this. And then my idea is to take this. He's still down a piece, technically. I would love to put my king up and just take this pawn. Shoot, this might be a draw now. This is just a draw. Dang, bro. That was so smart of him, actually. This is so stupid of me. I might lose this game. He should take, clearly. Take, and he has king here. I'm gonna see if he messes this up, which would be hilarious. No, he doesn't. Dang, dude, what the heck did I do? That was so sad. This is like so disappointing. The knight's just so tricky. Like, I feel like the problem is if I go here, he has this. I have to play knight a2 here, which I missed. And yeah, I mean, like, this is so awkward. Takes, he's got this. This is still winning for me, apparently. I should just do that. This is the best move. You give up the piece, but I'm gonna win this endgame. So I let him psych me out. Now his king has all this space. And g4. This is the only winning move. No, this was a great idea by them, obviously. This move is ridiculous. Oh, I take here. Duh. So here takes. And now it takes. Wow. Yeah, this is up a piece, but you have to find g4 in this one move. So, I mean, yeah, this was a very awkward conversion for me, but very well played by them to get it to that point. I played this really awkwardly for sure. So I should have given this check. Knight h5 check, and then no, I still don't really know. Here just king e7. Take, take, take. This is a draw. But yeah, I have to be. I definitely was okay with losing this pawn, like letting them take, but this move I didn't see this. This was really smart. So this is just a draw now. So props to them, I guess. I need to like check this guy still. And here I have to find g4. I didn't think that was so easy necessarily, but yeah. What do I think the best opening is? Find that truth for real. Italian. It's my favorite. I don't know if it's the best actually, but it's my favorite. So it's my personal best. All right, now we're playing a Scandi. What's up, Zion? How's it going? How are you doing? Um, let's go here. I guess we go here. What's up, Joshua? How's it going? So I could go here. So I guess that's what we're doing. A lot is up. You'll keep me posted. Okay. Can I sack the queen, Chrissy? Eventually, at some point. Dude, I see. I missed a couple of the move suggestions in the TikTok chat. This guy's really thinking about some intermezzo here is kind of crazy. Or maybe they're deciding between knight or queen. Like, definitely take with the queen, if I could give my advice to my opponent. Definitely don't spend all your time on this move, that's for sure. There will be more important decisions to make later down the road. So, I'm just taking this back next, for sure. So, there we go. Next on the agenda, c4, bishop c2. You guys should know how it works. A little pin action here. Knight here, perhaps. So now I'm deciding between c4 or c3, but definitely a c-pawn push, because we want the bishop here. What else could we do? We could put the knight up. This knight's pinned now, so knight here is kind of a fun move. Yeah, they still have knight here. Now my queen's hanging. When I play chess online, you're dealing with a lot of supposed players that just do things to annoy whoever they play against. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't happen too much. Queen here is a little annoying, but also maybe we could damage their pawns. They're just trying to ruin the fun. That doesn't sound good. All right, here. So they kind of give me a free tempo here, honestly. So I feel like a rook lift would be nice, or rook d1 always seems like a very sensible, solid move. Rook lift is kind of spicy. Let's just put this rook here. Thanks, Zion. Appreciate it. All right, I'm definitely ahead in development here. This bishop is really awkward to get out. Here makes sense. So I have to decide is still between c4 or c3. c4 keeps the knight out, kind of blocks our bishop, kind of keeps this d pawn a little weak. c3 is definitely a bit more solid. Also thinking about rook lifts, but let's just go here. Bishop, queen, something like this. How do I feel about the Caro-Kann? You know what they say. All pawns, no hope. No, I'm just kidding. Um, okay, this pawn is especially weak now for sure. This is a weird move in general, I feel like, but okay. Um, this would be such a tempting move, but I don't think we're ready for it. He might go knight here, actually. Interestingly, we could pen the knight. We could go here, or actually, let's go. Let's go here. Let's load the gun. Queen here is gonna be coming next. Okay, this now is a little weak. Yeah, taking here, probably not it, but let's this move I guess did nothing, huh? This is kind of a move. This isn't really a move though, is it? Because takes check, check. Like what is my threat, you know? That's what I like to say. Okay, but maybe we lift the rook. They're gonna play that at some point, most definitely. I don't really like what I have done here. Really just letting them do whatever they want, huh? This thing can go here. It's annoying. Why I do this to myself, I couldn't tell you. I guess I have to go here. If I go here, no, that's not a move. This is still probably better though. Yeah, I really misplayed this, huh? It's annoying. Can't do that. I could try that, but probably this is just what I need to play. As sad as that is. I'm really letting them outplay me here. Or maybe I'm not letting them do it. Maybe they're just outplaying me. Why not play knight g4? Because I don't. It was just a free piece. Now I could consider it, but uh. Oh man. Queen. Yeah, takes here is atrocious. That's really dangerous, dude. Jesus. I don't know, maybe I just go here. I don't know. But yeah, takes, and they have this check, which is pretty crazy. So that would kind of suck. But takes, and here, maybe they do this, this. Wait, no, they wouldn't take here because I take with check. So yeah, they're thinking about taking here, but they can't. They can't take here because of this or this. But yeah, this is a funny move. Rook here, then they're gonna be upset. takes, I have takes. Or no, sorry, I would take with the knight. Yeah, very important. Very important. Because if takes, this check again is gonna kill me. So that's why the knight's here. I'm very lucky this doesn't work for them. They're looking at it right now as we speak. So they go here. So now I could consider some sacrificing. I can go here and threaten mate in 1. That seems fun at least. I could start with this. Let's see what happens. They might go here. I mean, whatever they do, it's going to be pretty weakening, right? My back rank sucks. There's so many tactics. I got kind of lucky. Like, if the knight didn't guard this square, I was toast. Just queen takes pawn would be really fun for them. But this last move, I don't think this was it for them. Yeah, I think yeah, so he has to go passive, and now the question is, how can I take advantage? I don't know if I can, but we can certainly try. That seems like it defends everything, doesn't it? So I still have to watch out for the back rank issues. Takes here is a little interesting, but maybe it's not so interesting. Here is certainly not the move. Hoping they just do something stupid like that. So my idea was to go here or here. If I went here, I'm getting forked. But we're threatening 2 things now, actually, which is nice. I think they might have missed this. They might have to move their king. But if they go here, I have a check at least. King here, though, is probably a move. And then maybe I just make a flight square, as sad as that is. And then we maybe have to just play for the clock at that point. They're giving me some time back. They're looking at how to defend this stuff. Just put the king here. I don't think I'm missing anything. What else could they be considering? You see some good moves. I'm straight up just gonna play h3. Can we get a week of free premium for winning Legend League? I have no idea what Legend League is. Am I trapping my queen? No, not quite, but it's close. It's a little funny. With me, you see? They're threatening this, right, and this. We're just defending the knight. This is like not a fun position for me. Okay, now I can take this though, right? Wasn't the whole point of king here so I don't take this? Wait, did I just blunder this fork again? I guess I did. That's so funny. The whole point of me going here was to not get forked. And the whole point of them to go here was to not give up that knight. And yet we both blundered the same things that we spent so much time avoiding. Classic. Classic. I mean, listen, he was threatening the knight. What else was I gonna do? I don't know. But yeah, this guy's upset, and I don't blame him. You're glad that I noticed. Yeah, I noticed it like a minute ago. That's what happens is I think and I calculate, and like this guy did the same exact thing. It happened to both of us. We were like in this position here. I was like, okay, I know I want to go here or here because both of these moves attack both of these things, which are hanging because the G pawn's pinned, right? And then as I made this decision, I was like, if I go here, I'm just gonna get forked. And now in this spot, he's thinking like, okay, how do I stop this? I put the king here. So we spent a lot of our time on this. I mean, he went from 430 to 230 almost. That was like half his time basically. And then, I just insert some nothing move. He goes here, and now I play queen f4, which the computer actually doesn't hate. Oh, I actually saw the knight was pinned because I would have knight takes with check. And even if I lose this exchange, maybe I get this exchange. It's complicated. Here, oh, queen takes. Okay. Well, even knight takes is okay, but queen takes, if takes here, okay, we get the queen. So here, there's, apparently there's rook takes. It balances out, because if I trade queens and take here, he takes here. And we're technically up a pawn, because we took on f7. So, but yeah, in my head, I was like, he can't go here because I fork him. But that's not so easy because just king g8. Okay, I have knight takes here now. This is terrible because I have this. So here it's at least a perpetual, I guess. So that's kind of interesting. But so yeah. But I could have gotten forked, I guess, but I was gonna have some compensation or at least a fork back. So and then yeah, you just blundered. He put the king right back. So that's what happens in time pressure, is that you forget about things that you saw and you already calculated and thought about. It all just goes out the window. Wario's Gambit. Yeah, I'm staff. I don't know what leagues, like how leagues works. But I run the college chess league. So if you're a college student, I can answer all those sort of questions. If they push with the rooks, still have a defense? Probably not. I don't know. You're rated 1555 with 104 games with 74%. What do you think is my real rating? Uh, what do you mean by real rating? Like your over the board rating? You might not even be in the chat anymore. No, yeah, that's fair, Wario. I'm sure there's probably like a page that explains everything. You're gonna go make some tacos. Huge. Steak tacos? Dovchenko YouTube? Oh my goodness, we're playing a YouTuber. Probably. Maybe. He's not streaming. It looks like we played before. He's not moving though. Maybe he's tuning into the stream. I can't tell if that's my win or his win. I think that's my win. Beef, onions, queso, warm tortillas. Huge. Okay, I guess we take like this to open up the bishop. But I'm not gonna lie, taking with the G-pawn looked very interesting to me. But okay. My oh my, do I feel crazy. I'm not a fan of this queen coming here. This low key sucks. I hate this. I hate this opening. But that's okay. This is the life I've chosen for myself. This is kind of a funny move. But it's also probably terrible. What if I just castle? I don't really know what's happening, guys. Alright, they're really forcing my hand here. I'm just preventing the queen from coming out like this, I think. I guess I'm like losing a pawn. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool, I guess. I hate how fast they're playing. I should have gone with this rook, I think. Just gotta play knight here. How's he winning? Because he knows the opening better. I didn't play very well, so these things happen. Don't worry though, there's plenty of time. Plenty of time left for us to blunder, clearly. Yo, we're getting a raid from Marichas. Thank you. Hello and welcome. How do you do? This is kind of annoying. Shout out to Marie. I hope you had a good stream. There. Okay. I don't want to take that. My knight's pinned though, so that's very annoying. Or not my oh my knight's hanging. That's a problem. I can't do anything about that. Huh? I have to trade. Shoot, that sucks. He's starting the fork, of course. This all really sucks. Here. This is all very annoying. So I can't go here or here. Yeah, and this is going to be annoying as well. This all just sort of sucks. Guys, I think I'm just going to lose the game. How's that sound? Do we all agree? Just lose? That sounds good to me. I think. Doesn't that sound nice? What's up, Sabrina? It's good to see you. What's up, Planet Ale? Yeah, I did hear about Webster. It's kind of sad. This is so bad. This guy's just crushing me. Oh, maybe I should have gone here. I am so sad and bad. But perhaps this is okay. I should tell myself. My threat is h4. The biggest issue is my clock. Right here is kind of interesting. There. This is a very unpleasant position, sadly. Dear Lord and all that is holy, please don't hurt me. Why are you hurting me? It's like probably the rudest thing you've ever done. Yeah. Good game, my friend. Good game. It was like not even close, dude. It's like not even close. It's kind of gross, actually. Yeah, shout out to Dovchenko. Really good player. Probably has a YouTube channel. Lock in. I'm gonna lock out pretty soon here after he flags me. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, just fork me. Mark Ciavelli, thanks for the positive vibes. Really appreciate it. What is Arena Kings? The first Wednesday of every month. It's a multi-club arena, mostly for streamers, I think. Yeah, that was cool. This guy just watched that, I guess. He doesn't even want to give me the pleasure of getting forked. He says you have to get a little higher elo before you deserve my tactics. And honestly, that's fair. What's up, Cash? I think this guy's just gonna flag me. It's funny how fast he was at the start, and now he's really slow. Yeah, Sabrina, you should play. I'm assuming you have a club page. Yeah, I've resigned this game mentally, but I'm physically still here because I refuse to resign online unless I'm playing an arena. But honestly, this guy is just wasting all of our time, really. It's like, okay, listen, there's two sides of the argument. Yeah, I could resign, but also, like, he could just beat me, right? Is that too much to ask? Can he just win? You are Dovchenko? I am down a lot of time. Was this really that hard? I don't think so. I didn't think that was that hard. All right. So, yeah, this opening is really good. Wait, this is not the same game. What? That was my last game. So basically, I'm really bad at these D4, D5 games, but this is a nice move. Basically, I like to play E6 and then D5, but if I played E6 right away, then my knight's pinned to my queen, and then they can play E4. So here I have to start with D5. And honestly, I couldn't even tell you the difference between playing E6 first or D5 first. But anyways, takes, and now I could take with two different pawns. And I think they're both playable. But I just take this way, which opens up for the bishop. A lot of cases you want to take towards the center, and you could play for E5, which is kind of interesting. But then I can't really castle kingside, so yeah, but this is definitely a bad move because it weakens the B pawn. So I don't know. I probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, here it's saying I should take the knight, which I don't really want to do. So yeah, I kind of don't know the theory, so I shouldn't do this anymore. I should just develop normally maybe like bishop d6 and just get castled. Um, or even no, not I don't know. Anyways, where did it get really bad? I should have taken this for sure. So that's my bad. I should have taken that because now I'm just kind of losing a pawn. So this game's already a wash essentially. Um, so yeah, h6 and h3, and my bishop's just trapped. So here they have bishop f5 or just g4 like they did, and yeah. So it was like already over at this point. I probably could have resigned here and no one would bat an eye. Yeah, this is just so awkward. And there was really no hope. There was nothing I could do after I declined that trade of bishops. It was basically just over. So, but you know, you live and you learn. So that's my takeaway. Trompowsky Professor. I don't even know the Trompowsky. Was that the opening you just played? That would make sense if it was. I'm only good against the Italian. I was gonna say e4, e5, but then they played Roy Lopez, and I'm like, I'm bad against this as well, actually. Take care, Chesco. Shout out to Chesco. You guys should go follow Chesco. And Chesco, you should stream on Twitch if you don't. I'm assuming you have a YouTube. I would hope you have a YouTube. Maybe you have a Trompowsky YouTube video. What's up, Urkel? We're hopefully playing Arena Kings tomorrow. Yeah, I misplay this already. I'm so bad at openings. You like the stream? Thank you. I'll have to check yours out. Yeah, usually it's like I should have C5 already played, so I don't really I probably should have played B5 sooner before they played here, probably. Is this bad? Probably. Probably it's all bad for me at this point. What am I doing, guys? I couldn't tell you. This is so messed up. Arena Kings is a tournament on Wednesday. It used to be every Wednesday, mostly for streamers, but um where do I want to go? Now it's the first Wednesday of every month. Urkel, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I'll be streaming it tomorrow, basically like in 12 hours from now. You should expect me to be live again. And you'll see it's actually really cool. A bunch of streamers compete with their clubs. So viewers or really anyone could join the club and play in the arena from the streamer's club. Wow, what a bad position this is for me. Maybe I should go here actually. Do they ever do slower than 3-0? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think is it 3-0? I guess it probably is 3-0. Okay, I'm most definitely taking this pawn. But I actually have a choice to take it with. I could take it probably with the knight's best. Um, Taking here is interesting though. But I think I lose this b pawn is the problem. So I think we take with a knight. I should be winning material here. The idea is that if they take the knight, I'm winning the bishop. And if they take the bishop, then I take back with the knight. The knight's safe. And yes, here I have bishop takes now, and the pawn's protected. So I'm just up a pawn here. So they just messed that up, which is good for me. So here, and I could just bring the bishop back. Probably here is totally fine. I guess they want to take this pawn, huh? Or they want to take this knight. So I guess I can go here, actually. If I went here, they would have... Oh, wait, I could take this. Do I want to do that? Honestly, this bishop's really strong. So I think it's best if I just go here. And they could line up some sort of mate. Yeah, I guess they have this, huh? No, I have that. You don't really want to do that, do you? Yeah, luckily this terrible knight defends the bishop. This is like a little sad to walk into this. Honestly, I think they just got upset that they lost a pawn. Sometimes, you guys, when it rains, it pours, as they say. So, yeah. Tactics. All right, so Roy Lopez, and I misplayed the opening for sure. So, this far I feel pretty confident in. Here's where you kind of have to decide if you want to take on e4 or not. I just played bishop e7, so I decide to pass. Here, so now they've misplayed it and I've misplayed it. So here I really should take on e4. They should have played rook e1 to save the pawn. So this is where I got confused and mixed up. So yeah, I should take this. Now if they go here, I can play knight c5. This is a common idea. And if they take here, take with the d pawn is preferable, it says. Takes, and I can just castle. Or computer likes, it's saying knight d3. Wow. So knight d3 just kind of blocking their d pawn, I guess. Yeah, I don't really know this theory, but no, this is yeah, good to know. They shouldn't have played here. But usually they play here and then I play b5. So they kind of psyched me out of it. Yo, what's up, Key? I don't know if you know this, Key. We got paired on Bullet on the other site. I don't know if I should be saying that. But you beat me, dude. I'm pretty sure you flagged me. What the heck? Yeah, you probably don't know my account, though, is the thing. I know your account. You don't know. My account isn't the same because I made it older. Or while I mean, my username on chess.com wasn't even Joe Bruin originally. I stole the name from someone else that made it, but it's a funny story. They weren't using the account anymore because it got closed for reasons. Now you gotta know. I guess it's gonna be a mystery. No, you can hit me up. I'll probably find the game and I can send it to you. I'm pretty sure you flagged me. I'm gonna go through all of them now. But yeah, I remember seeing that and I was like, dang, he smoked me. That's true, Zoomja. That's true. But you know, there's many reasons an account can get closed, but you can close your account on your own. And the account will tell you too. It'll say if the user closed their own account. But yeah, I messed up this opening here. So I should have taken on e4. d6 here. Yeah, this is kind of awkward, but I just go here. Now they can close that diagonal, which is kind of annoying. I go back. It wanted me to go forward, which also makes sense, but okay, yeah, here it likes the move b3 from white. Yeah, here it does like c6, so I'm glad I did that. This was not good, but it wants me to take with the c pawn, which surprises me a little bit, to be honest. But it likes that position for me, interestingly. I'm like, I don't really know how to break this down, but okay. Just c takes, it says. But I take like this. I liked keeping the pressure here because I wanted a future for my bishop, I guess. And then yeah, this is just kind of a mistake. So I can take here now. But the computer says it's still fairly equal. They just kind of messed up at some point. So yeah, bishop f6 is a good move, and this obviously is just a blunder. Any tournaments coming up? Yeah, actually, I'm playing in Vegas for the National Open. That's going to be like a month from now. And then I'm gonna be playing at the Naroditsky Memorial Rapid and Blitz, which is 2 months from now. So back-to-back months we'll have something going on. So looking forward to that. We got Classical in Vegas, Rapid and Blitz in Charlotte. It'll be my first time in Charlotte, which will be very exciting. Are they letting me film? Well, they'll be letting me stream in Vegas, but I don't know about Charlotte. I'm probably not gonna try to stream in Charlotte. I don't know. I mean, I could try, but I know there's gonna be a ton of streamers there already, and I'm okay with just not adding to the chaos. But Vegas, it'll be a bit more controlled and easier for me to stream, I think. Because in Vegas, they're having me as one of their streamers, but Charlotte, I mean, if you look at that lineup, they have a streamer panel, or I don't know if it's a streamer panel, but like they have an invite list of like actual top streamers. So yeah, they probably will have like support for setting their stuff up, and I don't want to like try to get in on that because it's just gonna distract from like the actual streamers. Um, I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to like be on that level. Have a good night, Fish Head Soup. Thanks for being here. So yeah, Key, what's your next stream or tournament? How's life, dude? Have you talked with Sammy at all? It's been a while since I've seen him. Hope he's doing well. What's my national rate? My rating, my USCF, it's like it's almost 1900 if that's what you're talking about. I have a FIDE as well if you're curious. It's like 1700. Okay, well, I don't know what even is this opening. I'm tempted to play F4. Is F4 ridiculous? Or probably just knight F3 is good. I don't know. Can I send the arena? It's gonna be tomorrow. You're almost 2000. I'm sure you're underrated. It's been a while. I guess I'll just develop and I'll probably bring the knight out next. Here. It's probably fine. All right, and we saw this. Yeah, these pawns get weak whenever you develop them, it seems. So, I could go here. I don't know. This pawn becomes weak, but it's defendable. I gotta get this knight out. So this pawn is also gonna be weak because I could take this knight at some point. Here, That makes some amount of sense. Uh, Maybe I just go here. But I don't know, maybe that's stupid. Maybe I should start with taking here. I guess they want knight takes or pawn takes. I really don't know what's happening. Let's just do this, I guess. All right, and now I can try this. I don't know why. Okay, yeah, I'm just blundering now, so that's cool. That's cool. This is probably a terrible move. Just go here then. I don't know why I like miss these intermezzos. Have a good night, Key. Thanks for being here, dude. Let's hope I can get a pawn back, eh? Guess we'll see. I don't know. It's okay. I don't even know if I want to do that, being honest. This is ridiculous. Wow. That like felt so wrong for them to do that. But okay. I can take here now. You gonna play here? Oh, you're threatening checkmate. That's really nice of you. Damn. That sucks, doesn't it? Alright, well, they're finding good tactics, huh? Here, I guess, dude. I mean, what else was there? Maybe F4? No, that's terrible. This actually could be good for me, believe it or not. All right, I take it all back. This is ridiculous, dude. How the heck they get away with this terrible, terrible chess? It's still okay. Somehow. Here is kind of interesting. It's also just like so bad. Here, they just played here or something. I'm gonna invest in the future of the dark squared bishop. We're going to allow this. Was it stupid of me? Arguably, very. Yes. This is ridiculous of me, but that's okay. Ain't this just sad? This is getting gross. Oh my god, you guys. I'm gonna panic. I'm gonna freak out. I was kind of hoping they would do this. This game's not over, folks. This game is not over. That's a great move, honestly. So it's just kind of funny. Dang, what the heck, bro? This really sucks. I said the game's not over, but it turns out it kind of is over a little bit. B5, I don't know. I was not considering that move at all. So that was crazy. Oh well, this game's still not over. Still not over. I have G3 at some point, which will help me. Should help me. I think the time might be a bigger issue. Well, also that I'm down a piece and a pawn. That's also an issue. And down a minute on the clock as well. Can't forget that. I'm definitely losing this game. Just a matter of how. Expecting this. Wait, I queen with check, brother. It's really annoying. I spent all my time on that. I still have G3. My issue is the time now, so that's okay. That's a good move, eh? GG. I lost this game before B5, really. Yeah, this was stupid of me, huh? I just missed the simple things were wrong. Why don't I play knight f3 here? I always play knight f3 here. I don't know why I didn't do it. Even the computer doesn't even like it so much as knight c3, but yes, this is quite odd behavior by me. I should play bishop b3 here. So taking was not great. The check also isn't great. I should just go back. Yeah, weird opening here. I like c4. That's definitely odd. So I should just develop this knight. h4 is so weird, but okay. Yeah, this is already kind of awkward. Just give up the pawn, I guess. e4. Skillhouse Gaming, thanks for the follow. Yeah, knight g4. I have to take the pawn. Just missed this. Yeah, and here I thought I was trapping the knight. Takes, but of course their queen's defended, so they just get the knight out now. And now here's where I have a decision, right? I can remove the knight and get this pawn with a tempo and play down a pawn. But I just, for whatever reason, really liked this bishop on the diagonal. So I don't know how that logic works of like, I guess I play down a pawn. Well, I guess I understand the logic. I'm not trading as much pieces. Like I like having the material. Even though I'm down more material, I have more material. But if I trade and I win one pawn, I'll be down less material, but I'll also have less material. So I don't know. I thought maybe I was getting something going. But this was a very nice and annoying move here. So I lose a piece. And yeah, here, like, he lets me queen, but genuinely I just have nothing. So, as sad as that is. And I missed this move entirely as well anyways, but yeah. Wow. Yeah, here just takes, and I mean, just any rook move, they're queening next anyway, so it doesn't matter. Brutal. Why not pin which knight? Yeah, here. I didn't want to trade it off. I liked the bishop on this diagonal, but I couldn't coordinate with anything is the problem. So, um, apparently I could have gone here and then this. Could have maybe done something like this and only be down a pawn. So, all right, well, we'll keep going. I missed it. GP Bear. The rook couldn't take because the other knight was hanging. That was the nice thing about winning that pawn bag is you get a tempo. Let's see if Joe checks the TikTok chat. Every now and then, Matt. Matt already left, no? Is Matt still there? I don't think so. Dang, I missed him. I was too slow. Drawable? It's all drawable. Or is it all terrible? Bishop here's kind of funny because it pins the queen, but this pawn push lets the queen slip away with a tempo and hits like two things at once. So probably best is to just go here. Get ready to castle. Keep the bishop here for later. Climbing slowly, thanks for the follow. So yeah, this is the downside of this. Is that they hit this. So just take and go back, I guess. We'll see what happens here. This is a bad move. You don't want to block your bishop like that. And this weakens these squares and opens up for my bishop, so. Yeah, Twitch chat's where it's at. Shout out to the Twitch chat. Yes, I gave them the center because they did this sort of stuff. But let's just, well, now I might consider h6 actually because the pin might be annoying. Bishop here also now is tempting again because we're putting pressure on this pawn. So there's a couple ways to play. Maybe I'll just do this. Maybe I go for the aggression. Now I take this for sure. I think this was a bad move by them because now I can take with tempo. I will gladly take a free pawn. I think castling is a-okay here. And yeah, they can threaten mate, but also yeah, here, and I thought I could go here. Actually, there's a very interesting idea. Oh, the bishop covers this too. I was gonna say if the knight was distracted, I could fork them. But there's a bishop here, so let's not think about that too much. I like knight here a lot, if I'm being honest. Because we're just immediately attacking the bishop, and if they trade this bishop, pawn takes and the rook opens up, and also the pawn keeps the knight out. Crystal 1977, thanks for the follow. Were you born in 1977? Just a hunch, just a guess. Or maybe it's an important year for something else. Ah, now they go here. But now I can do something like this. Maybe. Or what? I don't know. I could also play like queen up actually is kind of smart too, if I'm being serious. So, where to though? Here allows the knight to attack me, so it's kind of annoying. So I'll go here. Here's a little annoying because the rook can be annoying. Something like this, I think. But my idea is that the knight defends mate, and if they remove the knight, pawn takes, which defends the mate with the queen now. So that's my whole idea there. So what else do I have in store? Like worst case scenario, I could always play knight e8 until I play rook e8, which is low key pretty tempting. Or perhaps it's high key. The temptation of moving the rook away is we can then play g6. If I play g6 too soon, they take. So now pushing here is interesting. I think I was just going to go here. Seems reasonable, I guess. Yeah, here they really want to do that. I think I could just go here, though. This should be fine. Should be a good move. What else is going on? I could still start with this. I could also dodge that entirely. Here, I'm assuming they're going to go to one of these, but I'm wondering if I could take this. It seems really dumb, though, because I'd pin myself. Maybe I just put the queen here, then. I'll be fine. See, this pawn push is still annoying, though, to be honest. Oh, let's not make illegal pre-moves. CAD Chitan. So basically, I don't play Rapid that much, but I'm playing Rapid because my bullet and my bullets are both 2300 plus. So my Rapid's the only time control, not 2300. So I figured might as well try. But yeah, I've got three things lined up here on the old F2 square. So knight here is kind of a threat. Probably, yeah, I don't know. Rook lift might be interesting. I'm gonna win, I'm gonna bet, steal a pawn. Yeah, I think this bishop's weirdly placed. Here. I've got some tricks up my sleeves. Some tactics. Some ideas. E5. I think that's a good move for them. I think I'm gonna play knight h5. And then take on f2, and then play queen g6, something like that. I guess they could take on d6 twice, which is a little annoying. But, oh well. I don't know. Wow, they lifted the rook. Sort of as I expected. So let's go here. See where they want to go. It's just Sizz. What's up, Sizz? So I'm expecting the queen will attack the knight. And then I'm going to take on f2 with check. And then I'm going to move my queen so that it's not pinned by the rook. think that's my game plan. And I think I'm going to go queen g6 because I'm going to offer a queen trade and I'm going to attack the bishop. So I'm going to gain a tempo. Even if they trade queens and ruin my pawns, I don't know. I'm going to be up 2 pawns, guys. I don't care if they're doubled and isolated. I'm a certified pawn grubber. Pawn grabber. We take with check. Because we're going to force the king away from the bishop. If he goes here, we're going to give this check. If rook takes, queen takes, it's a little scary, but actually, it's probably too scary. I'm not going to lie. King here's just kind of a funky move, though. Not going to lie. Check? No, my plan was to go here. I think this was my original plan. And I think it's a good plan. I'm sticking with it. If you trade queens, your bishop's going to be hanging, and then I'm going to have knight to g3 fork. Winning an exchange. Beautiful. And how do you save your queen? Well, I don't know. You could play bishop g5 technically, but I'd still have the fork, and I'd still also I could play h6. Maybe I don't have knight g3 check because the rook, maybe they could give up a rook for 2 minor pieces. But like I said, if they play bishop to g5, I can play h6. And if I could trade the queens off, then they can't sack a rook for 2 pieces with my knight g3. So I should be winning an exchange here. Immortal. You like this move, GP Bear? You like how I played this? You know? We play queen f7. We line up on the f-file. Then we have the knight discovery, a double attack. We attack the queen and we attack f2, and we're deflecting the defense of the queen from f2. Because the queen is defending 2 things, really. It's defending the f-pawn. Right now, it's attacked 3 times, but it's defended 3 times. 1, 2, 3. The problem is the queen's also defending this bishop because it has to stay on the g-file. It can't stay on the g-file, pinning the g-pawn, and defend the f-pawn. This is the only square that does both. You know, this square's occupied, so it has to go forward. And then now f-pawn is hanging, so we take with check. We force the king away, so now it's only defended once by me, which is more than enough. And now here I have the check, right? The fork, but we'll take, and they can trade rooks first with check, then they can take. That's why I'm gonna play here, h6. This attacks the pinned piece. That's gonna let us get a queen trade, and then we go in with the fork, because then rook takes, bishop takes. There's no queen to take back. So I think just simply put g6, attack the pinned piece. We get a queen trade, and then we should be winning an exchange. Anything else, I don't really see better than that, to be honest. So just h6 should be simple enough. The killer move. Yeah, knight's defended. This pawn's defended. They can't create a counterattack on me. I mean, maybe they could counterattack this bishop. Could be interesting. Could be. Well, okay, hold on. You want to go here. That seems not so good though, because I still have this fork. What else? Queen, if I take here, rook takes. I don't know, guys. It doesn't matter so much. Probably queen takes is going to be the simplest. Check, take, take. Yeah, I think takes here. I lose this, but basically we're just trading the bishops. I'm still going to get this fork. Rook has to take. Queen takes. You take, I take. Like, we're simplifying a lot, which is good for me. I think, so. I just take this. I hope I'm not missing anything. They just resign. I was gonna be up. I mean, I am up in exchange and 2 pawns. So, and the reason why I traded it down this way is because the queen is very active here, and this rook is smothered. So it's forced to trade basically, in some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna get the rook to the f file. Rook is gonna come to f2, right, with the protection from the queen, threatening mate. Life is pretty good here. If I went directly for the check, knight check, right, forking everything, they have to give up the exchange. Bishop takes. The bishop here is not as strong as the queen there. And after bishop takes, then their bishop can retreat somewhere, and they'll have an extra piece on the board to defend. Some knight shenanigans, maybe. But yeah, this here probably they need to defend this pawn a little bit better. Or maybe you could push it now, but as we were saying, this is kind of anti-thematic. The bishop here and my bishop here. So yeah, the best move is to defend the pawn extra. And a lot of times, if you take, they don't take with the queen because that blunders the d pawn. They actually take with the g pawn, put the king in the corner, and put the rook on the g file. And that way the queen is still here to defend this pawn. So that's an idea. But yeah, they just completely ignored the threat. They invited this, which is kind of crazy. So they just give this up. The computer likes bishop takes, actually. But I take with the tempo. I guess it doesn't like helping their queen out here. So the best move is knight e6 immediately, which I thought was kind of strange. Takes, allowing this. But I guess we just line up opposite the king. And we're already up a pawn, so we just kind of give it back for the tempo. Why wouldn't queen take on f2? And what line? Like at the end there? Yeah, I castle, and now they should go straight for bishop h6. They kind of messed that up. They allow knight e6 here, and now it likes knight e8. It also likes knight h5 immediately. I thought this was going to be fine, but yeah, it likes rook ad1, which is a little annoying. Takes here obviously isn't that helpful. Here it does like queen f7. And yeah, here knight h5 is just winning. So here they need to bring the bishop back. I already mentioned this was already starting to get very awkward for them because this queen's going to get hit and this f-file is going to open up. So I mentioned this was kind of an interesting move, but I just have knight h5 and this is just tactically winning. So now we take on f2. We go here. The idea is to get control over g3 and also to get a tempo on the bishop. So they block and now just h6. They can't really hang here. So they go back. The idea is that, okay, my bishop's hanging, your bishop's hanging. But the problem is now I have the fork, um, which I was gonna get either way. So right here, the rook's defending, but they have two attackers. I only have one defender, but I'm getting in this fork, so they can't take with the queen because obviously they just lose the queen there because the rook's defending. So they take with the rook first. Now I have this fork. They have to give up the exchange because they don't want to give up their queen. So it takes, queen takes, and now it's white's turn. So probably they would take with check, and that would bring our rook in. And now there's nothing on f2 to take anymore. I don't know if that answers your question, Tharsik. Sick. All right, cool. Um, yeah, actually, I forgot. I was planning on playing poker, but there's a so I play on the site that has like 3 free rolls a day, basically, which is pretty cool. But I got carried away by the chess, which honestly is a good thing. But I've been playing a ton of poker online lately. I haven't been winning anything, but it's okay because I haven't been paying anything. So, anyways, so yeah, they do a free roll every day. For me, it's 8:30 a.m., which is kind of tough because of work. Then they have one at 4:30 p.m., which is pretty good. And then they have one at night at like 10:15, so I missed that by an hour. Uh, but that's okay. Um, but yeah, sometimes I play. There's a tournament that's like it's $1.10, and it's like a bounty, so it's not bad. The most expensive I played in lately was like $5, and basically I have like $15 that I've saved. I've never put money in this site. Anyways, how many people enter? A lot. It's a lot. Like I think the one at 4:30 today was like 2,000 people, and I missed it. I missed both the free rolls. I mean, I never plan the 8:30 a.m. because I never get up that early. And if I do, it's usually for work, so I'm busy anyways. But I guess we'll play another rapid. We'll go again. Yeah, I haven't been streaming them lately, but I plan on streaming them more. So I think that'd be a good habit for me. Um, man, ain't this just the thing, huh? Yep. I typically go here. I don't think the computer's gonna like it so much because they just get the bishop pair immediately, but I don't mind this. I like opening the F file. Okay, that's a little annoying. So do I play this or do I take the bishop first? I think I take first. then go here. I guess they're gonna go after this pawn, but I mean, I'm just gonna develop the queen. And castle. Here, so it's annoying to have to go here because I block out my rook, but it's gonna be temporary. Also, I mean, I have a check. This actually should be more annoying for them because I have the queen on the f file. So they can't really block because I'm gonna just take with check. And I could play like king here if I want. I don't know, this is kind of ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. So this is hanging and this is hanging. But I could just castle. You get that with check though. What's the worst that could happen, you know? I could also just check and go here. What's funny is they could take and then fork, but that wouldn't be great for them. I could, let's just, like, what are they thinking? I don't really know. That's also a check I should be aware of. Carry on my wayward son. Let's just put the king up. Boom, boom, boom. So there's check. There's check. Knight takes, then check. That honestly might be best. Or wait, maybe check here. Or maybe we start with this. No, I like getting the knight out of the way so the rook can come with check. Surely I have some sort of forced mate. The question is, do I take this knight or take here? I think this is probably best. Okay, it's kind of crazy, but my knight defends this pawn, so I shouldn't take here. This is just kind of funny. Don't you think it's kind of funny? I can castle with check. This guy played really crazy. Should I castle? He's got to give up this queen though. Too bad I can't castle mate, you know? If I castle now, you think he'll give up the queen? That's kind of sad. I'm hoping he just... Yeah, there we go. Nice. Now it's just mate. See, if I gave the check first, then castled, and it's not mate, then you know he blocks with the queen. Like, if I could castle with mate, I would do it. But the problem is it's just not mate. He has a queen block. So that's why I give the castle check first. Because here, like, it's kind of lame to block with the queen now. Because he's not saving mate. Well, he would be. But here he just lets me mate in one. He was hoping I'd give queen check here. Anyways. No castle mate. Listen. If I give check, king here, and then castle, it's not mate. It's close to mate, but it's not mate. So I castle with check and then give mate. Basically, if you're deciding between these two, it's like, okay, I win the queen either way, but castling first gives me a higher chance of getting mate in two. Whereas check castles, like, he's not mated. He just blocks, and then the game kind of goes on a little bit longer. You know why he didn't take on d5. Here, if he takes on d5, I think it ends sooner because I have queen check here. He's forced to go here, and then I have rook check, and now he only has 2 blocks, and it's mate. That's what I calculated. So he couldn't take this. It was just mate next with the rook. Queen check first, then rook check, knight block, and it's just queen takes his mate, or knight block, rook takes his mate. So yeah, taking the knight here is like forced mate in 3, something like that. So he has to dodge it. And here his hope is that I take like this so he can start checking me places. I guess that's the hope. Which is like, honestly, it's kind of annoying. I'm sure it's still winning for me though. But it's only +3, and that's if I go king d1. If I go here, now it's actually a draw. As sad as that is. If I go here, it takes... very important. Oh, I guess you could take on a1, it's still a draw. Now I'm down 5 points of material, and I'm the one that has to find a perpetual. But yeah, I wasn't falling for that, obviously. Check, knight c7. It likes castles, check best. This is objectively now the best move. This is mate in 5. Anything else is mate in 6. Even rook f1 is mate in 6. That's actually kind of crazy. Castling is better. How? Well, I guess the king is out of the way, so the other rook can come in. Here, so hold on. If you go here, queen here, rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes, king to g8, and now we play knight e6. Oh, and they have a check is the difference, actually. You don't even need the rook. So castles, we do the same moves. Oh, we could play rook f1. But also there's just knight e6, and they don't have a check. That's the only difference. So, all right. All right, one more. I think I want to end on a win. So that would have been perhaps a good game to end on, but we're gonna just play another one. See if we can get another win. All right, the Italian, my favorite. We're going streaking. TTV, Kylo Ben. Hello and welcome. How have you been? I have to take the queen here to guard this pawn. They could double. Oh, they get this with the tempo, I suppose. So I guess I'm gonna be losing one of these, huh? If I go here, I guess I get a little bit of incy beansy tempo, but I like this move though, because I like keeping an eye on both bishop and pawn. Pawn so that I don't lose it, and bishop so that queen takes back, defends this pawn. And yes, I might get tempoed, but then the knight's no longer attacking this pawn. So after they take, I can take with the pawn or with the knight. Actually, maybe I go here because the queen will still be x-raying the pawn and I have knight takes. I still get tempoed, but this might be a better place to get tempoed. It's hard to explain. I mean, I guess I already explained it all. I could also go aggressive. The knight defends that though, so yeah, I gotta keep an eye on this pawn. So I'm thinking here, here, here. Here's bad though, because I'm not x-raying my pawn anymore. So they just take and take. So let's just go here. Just try it. We'll see if they go. They do go. Okay. So if I go here, I get forked, right? So now I can go here or I can come back home. Do I stay up and active? Maybe I just come back. Or wait, what else? I could go here, right? Queen here is a little annoying. I'm not really threatening to go here. Actually, I would be threatening to go there. So let's just go here. I'm giving up a ton of time here, of course, but okay. Let's go here. They're gonna save their F pawn, and then they're threatening their little fork. Oh, they're threatening this now. Well, let's just keep things involved, I guess. I don't know. I don't like what's happening to me though. I think I'm losing material. I think I'm losing a pawn now. Okay, but any pawn push, this becomes good for me, I think. So you decide. You go there. I can go here now. Right? With the tempo, with check, right? Okay, there. And now I could go here and take, which would honestly be very interesting. But at the same time, you still have this move, so I think rook here is a very sad thing to do, but might be necessary. Could also try kicking you out. Let's just try this. See where they go. Smothered mate. This knight's very annoying. Here. So now this becomes a fork, right? So this is very tempting. That's very annoying. We let them take this. We have to go up somewhere, right? My idea is to take here, though. I like this move a lot. We're gonna bait them a little bit, I think. We're gonna dislodge these knights. He takes here, I take here with a fork. It's a fork of a fork. I'm attacking the knight, and I'm defending this fork. So he's gonna have to give up an exchange. He's gonna have to save the knight, and then he's gonna have to give up his rook. That's his best bet. I liked h5 a lot because putting the queen here not only steps into this attack, but also, okay, this is actually kind of creative because they're letting me take and then they're gonna take here. So I missed that. What else could I be thinking? That's really annoying, isn't it? Isn't that annoying? What the heck, bro? It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Oh my goodness. I just went pretty quiet there because um because he's annoying. Jeez Louise. He's making me think. I'm down on time. I still like my position a lot, but clearly I underestimated this move. Okay. So this move does two things. It stops them from going here, and it threatens this. This is huge. This is my main idea. Here. This defends this, of course. I want to bring the second rook over. This pawn is weak, but so is this one. Although rook here, queen takes. If I have queen takes, they have queen takes. Probably. Something like that. Very interesting position. Here, because, I mean, the knight has nowhere really good to go, I don't think. But last time I thought that, clearly I messed up, so... Why didn't I not consider this move at all? Wait. Yo, this is really crazy. The heck? This is probably dumb. Probably should have taken this first, but... I'm down a lot of time here. Let's see. Probably they double their rooks now. This is a little scary for me, I'm not gonna lie. Oh wow, they trade there. That's ridiculous. I hate how low on time I am. I'm like not even up on time. Yeah, no, this is a wash. This is a wash for me. Sag. Very sag. Fudge. It doesn't matter, dude. GG. They defended well, and I thought way too long when I thought it was just really simple. Yeah, they were finding good moves, man. They were finding some really good moves. So props to them for being really creative. Yeah, taking here obviously takes have rookie one check, king f2, queen e5. It's very interesting. Very interesting line. But yeah, this line, I'm very surprised they did this. They should have doubled here. And yeah, this is really nice. Scoop the pawn back. And from here, it's dead even, and I have no time. So yeah, props to them. I thought I had them. I was better for sure, but there was no super solid tactic that was just like a knockout. It was just like your position's slightly better, and it's gonna be awkward for them. And there's a lot of ways that they could have gone wrong, but they found a really active defense every step of the way. Like rook e4 is really nice. Knight e5 is really nice, right? Like their counter attacking gives them access to some active squares, right? It's very easy to just be like, okay, well my knight's hanging. I could just move my knight away, right? But that's really weakening long term and gives me a strong, attack on a lot of these pawns and things become weak and I make progress, but no. They stay active, right? Saying, all right, take me, I'll take you. So I just defend. I say, hey, you still got to figure out somewhere to go with your knight. And they find this move, knight e5, saying same thing. You take me, I take you. I should have done this so I could get to the back rank and I get the e-file, but no. We were just too slow in the end, and yeah, we couldn't break through, man. Now at the end we're weak. It's so sad. All right, well, we go again, I guess. Man. Yeah, their knights were really good, and then yeah, after this was where I started playing some really solid stuff here. Here once, yeah, just cover the fork, which makes sense, but I thought this was kind of interesting because I liked taking here with this fork. But of course, knight c4, and I don't really want to go for this. King h2, and yeah, I'm kind of in a rough, awkward spot now, actually. So I didn't go for that. So I just find a queen move, which it likes. This is a very active square, right? Mate threats, mate ideas, so h4 is really nice. Rook f5 is really nice. Here, just boxing the queen out. b5. Yeah, they just played well. Here, okay, let's g5. I mean, I'm not playing g5, but it's a little crazy. Yeah, this was not good, though, but alright. Well, I said I'd like to end on a win, so we keep going. Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat. Hello. Okay, so yes, this is going to be awkward for me. I can see this. Wondering if I could play d5 here actually. I think they probably still go here. No, I think yeah, just go here. I don't like that they get this. I think I'm just losing. I'm just losing. Guys, I think I'm just losing. Yeah, it takes here. Here is really, really annoying. Yeah. I think I just take here now. So f2 is weak, and they don't really want to give this up, I don't think. But they might. They might just do that. I think they should do that. So we'll see. My pawn will be awkward, this pawn will be awkward. We'll all be awkward. Takes, I have to decide between bishop or king takes. Probably bishop takes. That'll be weak. Okay. Here though. Fork. The pawn was weak, but really it was the square that was weak. I take here. Honestly, dude, I did not see that. Honestly, did not see that. Okay. I can go here though. Wow, did you guys look at me finding intermezzos? Wow. Dude, aren't I smart? Look, you can't even defend the rook. Life feels so good right now. Oh my goodness. Imagine if I missed that. Oh, that's great. That's great news for me, huh? Are you guys talking about the last game? Probably. I guess I have to take this. Because I don't see where else the bishop goes. And now I get to castle. Where shall I be castling? Isn't that exciting? I'll castle kingside. I forgot I'm just hanging this pawn. But I guess I have counterplay. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's kind of funny. I wanted a quick rook lift. I forgot this was with a tempo, to be completely honest with you guys. It's not easy to get away with this pawn though, because the D pawn's gonna be pretty weak. That move is so weird. Washed up on the shore. Alright, I guess I'll take a moment to save this pawn. I'm not very happy about it, but that's okay. I mean, listen, I can't complain. I'm up in exchange and a pawn. Keep getting these free tempos. Right here is kind of interesting. Just pressure on the pawn. Free up the rook. They can't go bishop here. Knight takes is brutal. Knight takes, queen takes, bishop to h3. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen. Don't mind if I do. The old bishop h3 discovery. Hello. Look at these tactics, baby. Tacticos. All right. This will be a fun one. All right. They robbed us. Anyways. Yeah, fun game. Yeah, this they should play f4 here, it's saying. So, interestingly, bishop here is not great. Here it likes f5. It likes f5 or knight g to e7. It even likes a6, which is kind of weird. But here now like c3. And this is not good because c3 gives them this tempo, right? So I need to not play there. But they castle, which is bad. Now I can play queen d7, which makes them play a tempo. And now here it wants me to immediately play d5. Or again f5. Or queenside actually. But now here is bad because again they play c3, which they do play. Now I play d5, and now here d4 with the tempo. My bishop has to move. And now they should play f4 or even c4 actually. It likes very annoyingly. Yeah, c4 is kind of annoying. Yeah, f4 as well. Like my pieces are gonna get really attacked. What's up, adventures? I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah, this is not great because knight takes. I didn't think this knight takes was so good. Here? Ooh, wait, what? It wants the knight sack. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, wait. Knight e to g4. Takes. Oh, just h5. This is nasty. Nasty. The bishop and the rook. This was not on my radar, ladies and gentlemen. I just assumed knight takes, which is like, it's saying it's okay, but boom, h5. Disgusting. Here and boom. Oh my lordy. It's even material here, but this king is cooked. I mean, wouldn't want to be me. Anyways, I was never considering that. I just take here. F4 is decent. Here it likes h5. I go here. It's saying, which is kind of okay. It wants queen e1, which makes sense. Queen here, now bishop takes, which I thought, I was just getting away with it, but rook takes. This forced me to find a good move. I was not ready. We both just saw like, oh shoot, now my bishop's hanging, and if I take the rook, well, you just take here. So you get two minor pieces for the rook, which is pretty good for white. Until I found intermezzo. Very nice. Bishop f5, and now I'm just winning. Now I take at my leisure. Wow, I like knight takes. How does this work? Queen f5, oh my god. Oh. And the queen gets in to save the day. So creative, dude. It's crazy. Knight takes. Oh, dude, just get my bishop out and we'll call it a day. Yeah, I really likes leaving the rook on the h file, but I just figured this was very solid, very safe. Here, and yeah, he doesn't even want to take this. So, I low-key forgot. I like missed it, that it was hanging, but it turned out it was kind of dangerous to take anyways, so. Yeah, this move, but now... Yeah, the light squares are just so heavenly for all of my pieces. Look at this. All lined up. I was gonna go to the H file, but king on the G file, G pawn's weak. So I go here and we're lining up the tactics already. They need to play king f2 to get off the g file and protect the pawn a little bit more. Here, now knight takes g3. This is just an all-you-can-eat buffet on the g file. Queen thinks she gets the first serving, but she's actually the dessert. Resigns. Game over. Still alive. The dedication is real. No, we're ending. I was gonna end on the last game, but I lost, so I had to end on this game because I won. That's how it works. Can you explain the tempo? It's like the time it takes you to make a move, but not the actual time of the clock. It's like, chess is turn-based, so you each get one turn. So it's like the turn is the tempo. So, like, for example, if you attack a queen, that's a tempo. They have to spend a move to save their queen. So here they take, thinking that if I take, they take me. But I save the bishop with the tempo, so they can't save the rook and the queen at the same time. You have to choose one, so you save the queen because it's higher value. But because you had to save the queen, now I can take the rook for free. So that's what a tempo is. It's basically like a turn. It's like they wish they could have two turns, but you only have one. So that's why this is such a good move. It's the only winning move in this spot. You have to find this is also an intermezzo. But I like to say develop with a tempo a lot. There was not a lot of developing with tempo in this game, really. Queen d7, you could say this is developing with the tempo. Because I'm getting a piece off the back rank, I'm ready to castle, but also I'm attacking this pawn. So they can't just do whatever they want all willy-nilly, right? Because then I'll just win material. So they have to play king h2 here, or they have to push h4, which they don't really want to do. So they have to take a time out of their, plan. They have to set aside a move here to address my threat. That's what a tempo is, basically. Oh yeah, they could push the G pawn, but that would be disastrous. For sure. That would be terrible. But um all right. You don't mind watching me? That's good. I don't mind you watching me either. We can watch each other. No, just kidding. Thanks for the follow. All right, we're gonna send you all off on a raid. I'm gonna head to bed. I will be back tomorrow, so expect me on in about 11 hours. We'll be back for Arena Kings. So if you guys would like to play for my club, uh, be sure to tune in 11 hours. I'll see you all then, hopefully. And if not, take care of yourselves. Hope to see you again sometime. And let's go spread the love and the positivity to another channel. So let's see who's on. We're gonna raid Drama Queen. All right, I'll see y'all over there. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Much love. And yeah, hopefully see you all for Arena Kings tomorrow at noon Eastern, which is in basically 11 hours. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye.